All right. Good morning. Sorry, I'm running a few minutes behind today.
Good morning.
How's everyone doing?
Good, thanks.
All right. We all excited for Mega Camp?
Yeah.
Beautiful. Has everyone gotten their email? I'm just double checking.
I need to check and see.
Okay, cool. So you should be getting an email that has basically a reference number on it. And then the email address that was used to register you, which you obviously have a record of, and the reference number will combine to allow you to start your profile. Once you start your profile, then you can go in and add a picture and add a bio and say that you're where you're from and start to interact with other folks. Okay.
Okay.
All right. Has anybody gotten an email? I just want to double check.
I did. I just looked.
Okay, beautiful. Have you all been in the system? It's pretty cool.
I did. I have one.
What's that? All right, I'm going to switch to the iPad. Hang on. All right. All right, guys, tell me some good news from the weekend. Who committed to something and then did it?
I picked up a buyer.
Okay, tell me more. How'd you get the buyer?
I did. I committed to going to Kennesaw Mountainville, and me and my daughter went on Saturday morning.
It's pretty.
I had picked up a buyer this weekend.
Can you say that one more time? I'm sorry.
Him and his wife reached out. He had been seeing some of my. Am I breaking up, you guys?
Yep.
It's better right this moment. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I picked up a buyer. It is a It's better. Okay. Yeah.
Yep.
Sorry, you guys. Yeah, I picked up a buyer of mine. Him and his wife had been seeing my post, and so he reached out. They were gonna look into rent initially, and then he messaged me back. It was like, "Up, change of plans. We're looking to buy," and so he gave me a price range. So I took them out this weekend to look at 3 properties initially. One of the 3 they really, really liked, and so we're going to see another one. Then they were like, "Yeah, we're ready to move really quickly."
Beautiful, beautiful. Sometimes we don't realize that we're doing really good work when we're posting and nothing's really happening, but people are watching and people are admiring you from afar at your work ethic and your marketplace knowledge and how you're helping others.
Mm-hmm.
And like, we talked about planting these seeds and then the seeds bloom,
Yeah.
Who committed to a certain number of people that they were going to add to their database this weekend, no matter how big or small it was? And what was the result? Who wants to share?
I committed to 5. This is LaWanda, and I only got 2.
Okay. So what got?
So I'm happy about that too.
You're happy or not happy?
Oh, I'm happy about the 2. I'm happy anytime I can add someone to my database.
Right, remember we talked about every person that you add to your database is worth $1,000, you guys. $1,000. Actually, that estimate of a $10,000 average commission check is low, according to this last month. This last month, the average commission check in our office was about almost $14,000.
Yeah,
$12,600.
Oh, I was already looking at it just to see.
Okay, who needs to be? I'm gonna mute. Yeah, there you go. All right, perfect. All right, give me some more good news, then we'll move right into mindset and some clerical stuff for this week.
I got 2 offers on a listing.
Cool. Yay. Tell me more. Good job.
It's not under contract yet. There's some things to work through on both of them. But they didn't want to do highest and best. So they are negotiating with one. We were negotiating with one before another one came in. So we're going to finish that one up. I think that's the best one. The first one was the best one.
Okay. See, there's no mandate that people give highest and best. So, you know, if you have a client that's like, oh, let's start in low and then see if they get another offer, you may lose, right? You just don't know what the buyer or what the seller and their agent want and what their preference is. And I've had on more than one occasion in my career, the seller go with the first offer, regardless of how good or bad it was. And we'd happen not to be the first offer. And therefore we were right back in the car starting the whole thing again.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Okay, let's do a little housekeeping for this week. I'll have the weekly email sent out this morning. The reporting day is going to be at the end of today. It's Monday for the next couple of weeks. So Monday night, at the end of Monday night, we report our numbers, and this one will be from the 8th to the 14th. If you have not done the 1st through the 7th, please catch up on that. Remember, the light gray box is for actuals and the light green box is for goals, okay? Please just take a minute to familiarize yourself with what we're tracking and make sure that you put in that every single week, okay? I do want to just make a quick observation. We are on essentially record pace in every single category, just about, okay? We would beat lead generation hours. We would beat command hours. We would absolutely clobber total contacts. We would by far eclipse 2,000 database ads, which would beat our last month's goal. We are on pace to have more appointments set and held, listing appointments held. We're close on listings taken, close on contracts written, clobber pendings, and most likely clobber sales. So I just want to recognize that you guys have been working real hard and your efforts are not going unrecognized. So keep up the good work, okay? Anyone feel that kind of momentum in their business building? I know we've been talking a lot one-on-one with a lot of you guys, and we're like getting closer to that moment where we feel we're just going to burst. Are y'all feeling that?
Mm-hmm.
You want to share any more detail, Twantis?
You know, oh, I'm sorry, I was off of the mute. I didn't want y'all to hear my son. But yeah, so I definitely feel that. I think that this consistency and habit that, you know, for myself personally is really changing not only how I, you know, wake up and think about starting my day, but also like my positivity towards what's coming. That's kind of how I really feel. So
Yeah.
Even though I haven't necessarily seen all of the, you know, change that I want, I can literally feel it first, almost kind of. I don't know if I'm explaining that correct, but that's what I feel like. I have that momentum when I get up.
Well, it's like when they talked about in bold a number of times. It's a good job on that. You set me up with a nice segue to the mindset, right?
Mm-hmm.
Because first we have to have a mindset shift.
Yeah.
Then we have an action shift, right? Okay. If you're not on mute, if you could go on mute, that'd be awesome. So you got to start thinking in your mind, hey, I'm going to do the activities that the top producers do, right? That the business owners do. I'm going to learn. I'm going to talk to people. I'm going to grow my relationships. I'm going to, you know, be more healthy, whatever it is. Your mind starts shifting, and then the activities become more rewarding and more fun. Make sense?
Yeah.
Has anyone else started to experience any of those feelings? No? Monday morning, you guys are tired, I guess, huh? What's on your mind? You're tired because you couldn't sleep last night because of all of the mega camp excitement? Oh gosh.
Actually, I was on the platform last night pretty late.
What's that?
So actually was on the platform last night pretty late. So yeah.
It's pretty cool. You can like put in like, you know, the number of units that you normally sell and like where you get your leads from and how long you've been in the business. And then it curates a group of like-minded people that you can start to chat with and interact with.
Yeah, I
I
was
just think
stalking
that,
those people. I was stalking my like suggested like people that were interested in the same thing I was.
exactly. I mean, what's the harm of going in? We'll talk about this a little bit later in the Mega Camp Prep section, but what about just reaching out to them and saying, hey, I'm Heather from Atlanta. You know, what session are you most excited about? Right? And then you can have this like chat going back and forth throughout the whole week. And that before you know it, you've got a referral partner, right? You could have an accountability
Yeah.
partner. You could have a script practice partner. I've always said, like, I'm super excited that you guys are having script practice partners within the group. I really love that. But what if you just chose one day a week and or a couple days a week, and you said, I'm going to script practice with, you know, somebody from St. Louis from 8 to 8:15 on Tuesdays, and somebody from, you know, Phoenix from 8 to 8:15 on Wednesdays, and somebody from Portland, Oregon on 8 to 8:15 on Thursdays. Now all of a sudden you got a serious partner. You're building your relationships, and you basically got a little sales force all across the country trying to send business to Metro Atlanta. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Okay.
Right.
So talk to me. Oh, by the way, there is a session on mindset right after this one. That's part of Mega Camp. Did y'all see that?
Mm.
That's Cody Gibson. So let me just log in really fast and I will tell you. Does anyone know what I'm talking about?
Mm-mm.
All right, look at that agenda real closely. There's a lot of awesome stuff in there. Hang on one sec, I'll tell you. Who's coming to the thing tonight?
I will.
I am.
I'm coming to the thing.
I shouldn't say the thing, dinner. Who's gonna eat in the parking lot with us? Okay, today, the exclusive session for registrants is Hacking Your Motivation, Building the Habits of Success. And that I believe is going to be taught, that's from 9 o'clock to 10 o'clock. Remember, all these times are Eastern time, so pay attention, okay? That's Cody Gibson. Cody Gibson, just as an example, Cody is absolutely in Gary's top 100. He's probably more like in Gary's top 10. And he has over 100 expansion teams across the country. Okay, he's a Bold instructor. He did some stuff for Bold Pivot. I highly recommend that you pop on that. Okay, so that is right after we finish our session today. Okay, let's go over the calendar just for 1 second. So there's one new class from Georgia Legacy Group Productivity that we're going to be adding. We skipped it last week just because of the holiday, but it's advanced skill development, and it's from 2 to 3 today. 2 to 3 o'clock today. I will put the link in the chat so you guys can have that. Advanced skill development from 2 to 3. I've not attended this type of session before. I do plan to be there. Even if you're brand new, I believe you could almost certainly get some benefit from being there today. So don't be afraid to come if you are still working on your basic skills, okay? From 1 o'clock to 2 o'clock today, we'll meet back in here for a Mega Camp prep. Certainly by that time, everyone should have their logins, and hopefully you can go through the full agenda and start to like heart all the events that you want to go to. And I'd like it to be pretty interactive this morning. In a perfect world, I'm going to see if I can't create this morning, but to have a like a PC group note-taking doc, essentially. I got to look into how to do this, where it's a public shareable file. And let's say, Tawantis, you go to the class on commercial real estate, and Ashley, you go to the class on sphere of influence, and Kathy, you go to the class on open houses. We can all see everybody's notes as they're typing them. Would that be valuable?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Yeah, definitely.
So we'll talk a little bit about how we'll set that up at 1 o'clock today. Don't forget, if we have a coaching session on Tuesday, Wednesday, or Thursday this week, and you would like to reschedule, which would be a little bit of a challenge for me, but I will do the best I absolutely can. Just send me a direct message. I'm not going to chase you down. If you want the coaching session, I'm happy to give it to you. Just send me a direct message and we will do a 15-minute slot at some other time. Okay. All right. What questions do you guys have? Does anyone have any questions about this week or Mega Camp?
I have a question.
Okay, go ahead.
I think I heard somebody else too. I'll
You
wait.
can go ahead. You can go ahead. I'll go after you.
Okay. I just had a question. Bill, the links, I don't think I have a link. Am I supposed to write Melody about Mega Camp? If we
You
don't
don't-
have a link,
Have you gotten an email that's like no before you go?
let me see. Yeah, I'm looking on here now and I don't see that one. So yeah, so do I write Melody about it? Cause I don't see that email. Oh yes, I do, from Aaron. So,
Yeah, it's probably from
okay.
Aaron.
Oh, I'm sorry. Act like I didn't say that. I
What's
didn't
the
notice it.
What's the title of the email?
She just sent it yesterday. It does say no before you go, but it says Mega Camp 2020, no before you go.
All right. That email there will have the email that you registered with or that Aaron registered you with and your
Okay.
reference number. And it also has a link to megacamp2020.com, which is the platform site. And you go on there, you use your email and the reference number and you log in.
Gotcha.
Is there anybody that has not received that email or can you check really quickly? Okay.
Bill, I have a question.
Yes, ma'am.
So yesterday I actually went through and set up everything and I guess set up my agenda for Mega Camp. And I guess like what you were saying, how it's a lot of different classes at the same time. If you want to go back and look at any of them, do you just go back and look at it after the fact, being that it's like 5 or 6 that kind of start at the same time and you kind of have to pick and choose which one you want?
Yeah, so like I said, we're going to try to create a note system where people can add their notes for whatever session they go to. And I've been told that all the content for all the classes will be available within a couple of days. And that will be available for 60 days. And then once 60 days happens, it'll be off the Mega Camp platform and back on KW Connect. So you should be able to access all the material basically forever. So don't be concerned. You will be able to go back and listen to that content at a later date. It won't be too long.
And everything is more so of a website. It's not an app. So it seems as though it's more so computer friendly rather than, like if you're on the go and need to go to it on your phone, it's more so like for the computer.
I mean, you can access that platform from your phone too, just through that website, right? You should be able to, any session you should be able to get in through that website. So whether it's a tablet or a phone or your desktop or laptop or whatever, it should be accessible.
Okay, I think I'll just create it's a way to create a favorites link, I think, on your phone for an icon that I think I might utilize.
Yeah, you could bookmark the megacamp2020.com. Exactly. The other thing is, I'll give you a hint, guys. It's really common when you're at a function like this to want to do a little bit of everything. Oh, I'll want to implement this open house strategy. Oh, let me do this Facebook thing. Oh, let me, I'm going to run 6 miles in the morning. Then I'm going to lift a bunch of weights. I'm going to get a 6-pack. I'm going to drink 6 gallons of water. You just get in this habit of I'm going to become the perfect person. Right. And you're not going to accomplish 100% of all that. Okay. So my recommendation is every time that you finish a class, that you choose one thing that you're going to implement into your business. Okay. One thing. Okay. Write it down, make time in your schedule for it, commit to it. Don't set it as a goal that I'm going to, have this new follow-up system. It's going to be a commitment, and I'm going to commit to doing it by Friday night or next Tuesday or whatever it is. Okay. Don't get caught up in trying to accomplish 80 things. Okay. Because if you do that, you'll end up doing 15 of them crappy. Okay. Just focus on one. Okay. Now you can have a list of 10 things that you learned from that session. I get that completely, but focus on one that you're just going to absolutely nail and implement. Okay. I mean, I am guilty. I got notebooks full of things that I wanted to do from Mega Camp in 2014 that I still haven't done. Okay. Because I didn't go in with the right attitude. Questions or thoughts on that? Okay. From 1 o'clock to 2 o'clock, we're going to do a Mega Camp prep. So I'd love for you guys to come in, take yourself off of mute. We'll have a nice interaction of what classes we want to go to, and if we want to kind of split up what we learned today. By that time, I'll be ready with a document. Like I said, I got to go figure out how to do that. And don't forget I looked at the schedule, and it looks like we can pull this class off every day, the 8:30 to 9, but we'll end right at 9. And then the Growth Mastermind is from 8 to 8:30 on Wednesday, and the Launch Mastermind, we'll still do that. We'll do that from 8 to 8:30 on Thursday. All right. And Pam Duncan should be back with us Friday afternoon. She had I'll tell you guys later, crazy thing with a client, like having a violent outburst on his wife and arrests and all kinds of crazy stuff. So hospital visits, clients, children out of town, Pam is the caregiver. What a mess. But everyone is okay. And Pam will be with us on Friday. Okay, so sorry about the last minute cancellation. We did have a couple people on board, and I think we had a really cool kind of impromptu mastermind, which I've posted on the YouTube channel. The YouTube channel is updated. Don't forget, if you are not subscribed, please subscribe. And who else has some questions or thoughts?
I have a question about just something general, I guess. But I have a renter that's wanting to put in an application on a property, and the listing agent said that it was a GAR form. Do you know what that GAR form is titled?
Yeah, it's called rental application, I believe, or application to rent or application for rent. One of those. You can find it right away. Just type in search for rental. Basically, it is like name, contact information, landlord references. It's pretty basic. Truthfully, I don't think that's quite enough information to gather of the tenant, but just follow their instructions.
Okay. All right, cool.
Good question. All right, I'm going to read this quote to you guys that I read to you last week, okay? Doing the most important thing is always the most important thing. Always. Okay, doing the most important thing is always the most important thing. The purpose of life is to truly live before you die, and the purpose of business is to fund that truly perfect life. So the question is, are you willing to live life at the highest level? Okay. I heard a line this weekend, I probably butchered the delivery, but it essentially said, if you are not accomplishing what you want to accomplish, you simply need to work harder. Right? I was just listening to this documentary thing on Mark Cuban this morning. You guys know who he is? Sold broadcast.com to Yahoo right before the internet bubble, .com bubble 20 years ago. $5 billion owns the Dallas Mavericks now. He's on Shark Tank. He was up all night teaching himself how to code, right? I mean, how bad do you want it, guys? How bad do you want it, right? All right. Y'all go log in and learn from Cody Gibson, one of the smartest in the business, and I will see you back here at 1 o'clock.
Bill,
okay.
Real quick.
All the coaching sessions for today, by the way, are on, and Friday are on. Again, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, send me a message and we'll reschedule. Yes, ma'am. Did you have a question?
Yes, sir. Just one thing. Do we go on to Mega Camp to find that link for Cody, or can you put that link in our group?
So that's megacamp2020.com. That's on the platform. You search for, this is an event just like any others, right? So go on the platform, look at today's agenda, and you should be able to click a link that logs you right in.
Thank you.
All right, guys, have a lot of fun. See you in a bit.
Thank you.
Bye, thanks.
Mhm.